Well, earlier this week, we told you the U.S. Justice Department is suing the state of Oregon for rejecting demands to turn over detailed voter information. The complaint alleges Oregon broke federal laws by failing to provide a statewide voter registration list. Okay, that includes birthdays, driver's license numbers, and social security numbers. Evan Watson got his hands on letters between Oregon's Secretary of State and the feds, and he joins us now with a closer look at how this all played out.
This is part of an effort by the Trump administration to try and prove widespread voter fraud. Claims that undocumented people and felons have been illegally voting in U.S. elections on a broad scale. So far, those claims have been unsubstantiated. In a July 16th letter to the Oregon Secretary of State's office, the DOJ highlighted its focus on non-citizens and people with felony convictions. A week later, Oregon Secretary of State Tobias responded to the request for voter data, saying, "At best, I do not trust that this current administration is capable of protecting Oregonians' personal data. At worst, I am concerned that this administration will use any data we provide to unlawfully and unjustly violate Oregonians' rights. I have no interest in sharing data with an administration that is willfully violating judicial orders and trampling on constitutional rights and responsibilities." That strong response produced a follow-up from the Justice Department in August, again asking for a voter registration list with detailed information. Reed said the Founding Fathers tasked the states, not the federal government, with administrating free and fair elections, and no federal law compels the production of state voter rolls. He then told the DOJ in his reply that the feds could have access to certain voter registration data that's available to the public, including a voter's address and birth year, for a $500 fee, saying if the federal government pays for public records just like anyone else, he'll pass over basic voter information, but Oregon law prohibits the disclosure of a voter's birthday, social security, and driver's license number. The DOJ says Oregon and other states already provide the detailed voter information to a nonprofit organization, the Electronic Registration Information Center, or ERIC. ERIC helps track whether voters have moved and identify duplicate registrations to clean voter rolls. The DOJ says it should have this information too, but there is a key difference here. ERIC uses what it calls a cryptographic one-way hash to ensure that data can't be read by humans in order to protect voter privacy, but still identify duplicates. The DOJ has not offered the same privacy protections. That brings us to the present. Nearly a month after Reed's August 21st letter denying the DOJ a detailed list of Oregon voters, the federal government filed a lawsuit against the state of Oregon this week. An assistant attorney general said the refusal of certain states to protect their citizens against vote dilution will result in legal consequences. Reed answered, "If the president wants to use the DOJ to go after his political opponents and undermine our elections, I look forward to seeing them in court. I stand by my oath to the people of Oregon." We'll keep following this to see how this lawsuit and case progresses. Blair?
Evan, thank you.